Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Puskas. Van Nistelrooy. Del Piero. And he plays one through. He's having a shot! It's in! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Can he finish?
BOTAFOGO are really in a position where...
He's having a hit! Off the post! Stoichkov delivers. That has been knocked clear. Well read, nice interception. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Pirlo. Can he get on the end of this? Pirlo's cross. Terrific header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shot a goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He has found a way through. Decent chance! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So that's 2 now. And he's let fly! Wan-Bissaka. Pele with the cross.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
He's picked his way through. And Del Piero! Beckenbauer. It's a pretty loose pass. Now that's well seen too. Stoichkov. Played into space. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Roberto Carlos. And it's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that has been cleared. Scholes. Now it's Puskas. And that's put paid to a promising move. Del Piero. Shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Puskas. Del Piero. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. This is Van Nistelrooy. Tries a shot! Oh, crossbar! And again! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this alive. And that's big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. So off we go once more. So 45 minutes to turn it round. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos. Del Piero. And he cuts out the supply. Searching pass he's played there. And the shot! Superb from Pele! That is a gem! An absolute gem! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
So is this the start of a comeback? Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Pele. Pele with the cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And the pass is intercepted. Adams. That is good alertness. Kimmich. Bellingham. Del Piero. Tries to play it through. Costa Curta. Quality ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Van Nistelrooy. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That has been cut short.
BOTAFOGO are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Kimmich. Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left. Pirlo. Puskas. Looking for the run. Pirlo. Pirlo's cross. Bellingham. Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And it's Stoichkov. Pirlo.
Pele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now there's a fine ball. Showing great feet there. Roberto Carlos. And he's there to retrieve it. And he skips past his man. Del Piero did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, easy pickings there. Stoichkov. Pirlo. That's been cut out, well played. Puskas is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Bellingham. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Pele. Roberto Carlos. Spread out to the left. He's found a way through. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And that should get the job done. Del Piero looking to add to his goal. Van Nistelrooy. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Roberto Carlos. Now Costa Curta. The final 5 minutes. And it's Stoichkov. Cannavaro clears it away. BOTAFOGO have it back and can go again. Oh, nice touch. Del Piero. Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Looking to play him in. And that is that. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Barcelona have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it? Chance! Oh, it's coming just about within shooting range. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's away. And it's Michel Platini. Pirlo. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Knocks it into space. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Conte. Roberto Carlos.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
He rises! Goal! BOTAFOGO! First blood drawn. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He won't be happy with that one. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Puskás. Oh, well measured. And he's in on goal. Oh, what a climb! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
There's the header! They've got to be quick to recover this. BOTAFOGO have... It's Pirlo! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Could be danger here. Bastoni. Ambitious ball here. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. And this is Pelé. That's an imaginative pass. Not the most accurate pass. Conte. Busquets promptly onto that, and that is that. Can he get it through? Van Basten might just make this.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Played into space. Good ball over the top. No way through there. Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Iniesta. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Platini. Now, can they get him away? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cruyff. And he cuts out the supply. Now he's got space here. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. And that's put paid to a promising move. Searching pass he's played there. Strong running down that left flank. And that has left him in a heap. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. That carried quite a threat. And we have our very first corner. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Messi. Stood up well to him there. That pass isn't the best. Platini. Good running. And the finish! Has another go! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Platini with the short one. Played in by Van Basten. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's got the beating of his man. It's a searching pass. Roberto Carlos kept aware, and referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
BOTAFOGO really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
BOTAFOGO sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And the second half gets underway. Well read, nice interception. Platini. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's got away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. In by Messi. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Cruyff. He's found a way through. Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Roberto Carlos cuts it out. Pirlo, a player of legendary status. BOTAFOGO finding their passes. In the end they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Bastoni with the foul, and he has shown him a yellow card. Iniesta. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to pass it through, and he's picked out the run. Can he finish? Goal! Back within one. They have them in their sights again. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Pelé, now it's Puskas. Played out wide, back into the middle. Pirlo. Oh, smashing header! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 12.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Yamal. Platini! Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's claimed by the keeper. Akanji does really well there. He is strong. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Platini. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's shifting through the gears here. Pirlo. Now it's Pelé. He's through here. And he's lost his man here. He's one-on-one, surely! And Puskas! Looking to play him in.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh no, what has happened here? Adams. Pirlo. Roberto Carlos. And he welcomes it in. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Busquets. Oh, that's a key interception. Pirlo. Rijkaard. BOTAFOGO clearly now in lead preservation mode. It's Roberto Carlos. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Adams. Well, that has not gone well. Tries to play it through. Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Akanji. Gets a good foot in there. Great vision. Look at the space here. And a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
BOTAFOGO grab. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen.
And we're done. BOTAFOGO are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Pelé voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
En el marcador está a punto de aparecer el número premiado de nuestra rifa de hoy. Buena suerte a todos.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here.
Now there is a quality striker, Peter, in the shape of Bebeto. Like so many Brazilian strikers of his time, not physically imposing, but fast, agile, intelligent.
And of course, behind it all, a dogged, a determined personality, a genuine footballing perfectionist.
And a player you always wanted to stay in the box. His darting movement, he had a great habit of being able to lose the marker. Superb player.
And he welcomes it in. Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pirlo. He's on it, can he get away? He's a sharp little ball here. Cruyff. Now it's Puskas. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Puskas gets... And the shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO! And BOTAFOGO are in front. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Santos are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Puskas. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And here's the chance to counter. Cruyff. And here's Yamal. Santos applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but...
He's having a go! Good strike, quite an alarm. Looking for the run. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Costa Curta. It's Cruyff. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Yamal. Cafu. Costa Curta. Puskás has found the net here, of course. Conte. And this is Pelé! Well, they've got it again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's in on Pelé! And the ball's come loose here.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Bebeto, he's shifting through the gears here. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He is through here. Great ball and he's in here. Oh, great keeping. Snaffled out the danger.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is good strength. He's going for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
BOTAFOGO looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. He is just caressing the ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. Zanetti. That is ended up in no man's land. Serginho. Cruyff. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And this is Pelé. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was...
And we hit half-time. What's the first half compared with your expectation?
BOTAFOGO really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
BOTAFOGO in control at half-time, 2-0. And we're underway again. Beckham. Defending was strong and firm. Now, can they get him away? Puskás. Oh, this is a very good run. Takes a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pirlo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Bebeto. And it's Cruyff. He's through here. He's got away. Tries a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here.
Pelé really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
BOTAFOGO find a position of real strength now. Van Bouten gets across to intercept that. Beckham. Neymar powering forward here.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, observem no telão as informações do trânsito.
This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. BOTAFOGO come into this game needing something. Pele! Pirlo to take it as usual.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is.
Conte! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Yaya Toure. Nedved. Mario. Adams does really well to win the ball there. Maldini. Pirlo does well to get it back. Yaya Toure. Bale. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Oh, really well played.
Nedved. And it's Yaya Toure. Messi. Conte. Now it's Puskas. Nedved. Now it's Mario. And he was quick to react. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nedved. Bale. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Puskas. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. No goals as yet. Beckenbauer makes the interception. First quarter of an hour gone. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's managed to get free. Shot at goal! Goal! BOTAFOGO! There is your perfect party piece. It is what they called for. It is what they have been yearning for. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
Has a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Maldini. And it's Iniesta. The referee's awarded a free kick. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now that's a lovely exchange. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Pirlo. That has been cut short. Cannavaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. There they go, hunting again.
And this is Nedved, and he's searching through. Oh, that's a fine challenge. He has found the way through. Puskas. Looking to play him in.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that is a little undercooked. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
BOTAFOGO can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
No, that's been intercepted.
BOTAFOGO are totally dominant in the middle of the park.
And Puskás! They've done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pack.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua atenção para as informações.
BOTAFOGO are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
This guy, Dembele, is one of the best dribblers around. When fit, he's electric, and that alone is enough to...
And he's let fly! Brilliant by Vitinha! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! The ideal start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
That is outstanding, just outstanding. You're not going to hit many better than that.
Well, as soon as it left his foot, that was destined for goal. Rocket man.
So, a breakthrough already. That's a lovely, neat pass. Looking to play him in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And no, that was never going to make it. Pirlo. Played down the flank. And this is Puskás. Flashes it across. And the keeper gets his hands on it. No, that's been intercepted. Shifted upfield. Spread it left. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's looking wide. Played back in. And that's a dangerous... And the shot! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to...
And the finish! And yes, it's there! Right back in the game! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Dembele. It's a pretty loose pass. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Pele has been caught there, it's a foul. It's a promising position. Played into the box. Caicedo.
BOTAFOGO really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Haaland. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Pele! He has found the way through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Oh, really well played.
James. Oh, nice touch. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well, there's the clearance. He's gone for goal! Pele. That pass isn't the best. And that is as far as they're going to go. Spread out to the left. Beckenbauer with the clearance. This is their second corner of the game. They've played it short. He's had a shot! Oh, shooting chance! Decent hit and on target. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, sweet feet. Roberto Carlos! And that would have been some goal.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nuno Mendes, and he's managed to get free. Takes a shot! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Ambitious ball here. Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Cruyff gets into a good position. And this is Pele, and the ball's come loose here.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Caicedo. Pirlo. Caicedo concedes a free kick for that. That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper. Dembele plays a sharp little ball here. Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. Haaland, he is onto this. Haaland gets flagged offside. And we've reached half-time.
En el marcador se puede ver un plano de las diferentes zonas del estadio. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 3, el dorsal 9 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 2, el dorsal 18. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Caicedo. Pirlo. Pirlo going face-to-face with his great rival. He's away. It's Pele! And he hits the net. The second half sparks straight into life. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's...
And a chance! He's got a goal! BOTAFOGO back on level terms. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Oh, it's come loose. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great chance! It's in! And they've got their lead back. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager...
Chance! Oh, taken with style!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Out towards the flank, clipped into space. Oh, he's seen that early. Used this. Can he finish? And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. And it's been taken short, drilled in low. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. BOTAFOGO do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Carlos is offering a wry smile there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
BOTAFOGO have their second corner now.
Ronaldo, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 8. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 14, el dorsal 17, Bale, el dorsal 20.
And now they can spring out of defence. Mbappe, not the most accurate pass. And here's Stoichkov. Now it's Pelé. Oh, good take in a good area. Tries a shot! It's there! Just one goal in it now! Game on! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
BOTAFOGO get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Beckenbauer with the slide tackle there. Bellingham. Played out to the left flank. He's shifting. Roberto Carlos!
Cambio de jugadores.
Oh, what a ball! Pelé! Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. Beckenbauer unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Madrid can breathe again, just. You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Stoichkov, that's a little off target. Here's Beckenbauer. It's played through for him. Now this could be a chance. Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! They have stolen level at the last! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
All square again into the dying minutes.
credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Habrá 6 minutos de descuento.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. He's gone for goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Stoichkov plays it short. Shoots! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
We are into overtime. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Vitinha. And we're done. Botafogo have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Pele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Botafogo leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.